what's up, Easy Baker? So your girl was strolling on TikTok and I ran across this beautiful Cookie Monster cookie recipe. So I'm like, you know what? You know what? Halloween is coming. So what we're finna do? We're finna make these cookies. So yes, baby, if you want to see me make these good old Cookie Monster cookies, you are in the right place. And of course, we gotta shout out to TikToker Taste of K for giving us this recipe. Thank you, girl. Now all her information will be linked in the bio. So let's just go ahead and jump into the video. So now you want to start off with your cookie mixture. I'm taking some unsalted, extremely softened butter to the point it's almost melted. Like, it sat out on this counter and it's like 100 degrees, so that's how soft my butter is. Now I got my 2 sticks of butter. I'm taking my 3/4 cup of light brown sugar and my regular cup of granulated sugar. Or was that 2 cups? No, it was 1 cup. And I'm just going to attempt to whisk this together until the mixture turned into this beautiful dough consistency. But y'all know with my cookie recipes, I'm used to my butter being melted. And I'm like, Daphne, what you doing this whisk? So boom, pow, pow, break out that handheld mixer and get to mixing, try. So, of course, you're going to be using your rubber spatula to scrape down the edges of the bowl when you are mixing, just to make sure that everything is evenly incorporated. Now, once you got your your sugar mixture looking like this, you know, that bow, you're just going to go ahead and add you 2 room temperature eggs. I know people always say room temperature eggs, please. 2 of those. And once you do that, you're going to go ahead and mix that together as well. Now, I did not use my hand mixer for this process because I tend to over mix, you know, and when it comes to cookies, you don't want no tough cookie. This is supposed to be a soft cookie, so you don't want to over mix. So if you could use a handheld mixer, go ahead and do so. I didn't. Now I'm gonna add a splidgy splash of my homemade vanilla extract, and I'm going to add my color at this point. I'm using some regular gel food coloring, and I'm using about this much right there. You see, this much right there. Okay. And I'm just going to go ahead and add that to the mixture. I use royal blue because I thought that would make a really pretty color. You can use as much or as little food coloring as you want, but please do not add no liquid food coloring to this, okay? So to avoid over mixing it, once you get to the color that you want, stop, set it aside, and work on your dry ingredients. So I have 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour. To that, I'm going to add a little bit of cornstarch as well as some baking soda. And I'm also going to be adding a good little pinch of salt. Now, one thing I would do, I will probably add a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Next time I decide to make this recipe. But you're gonna go ahead and do that. Take you something and just whisk it around, just because that's just what we do. Okay. And once you get done whisking it around, you're just gonna go ahead and sift your dry ingredient into your wet ingredients. Now, I like to go ahead and sift my flour and stuff in a little bit at a time because it just makes it easier for me. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, once you get done sifting your flour into your wet ingredients, you're just going to go ahead and take that rubber spatula and gently fold in your flour to your wet mixture. Now, you can wait until all of your flour get all the way incorporated in before you start to add your treats, bo beats, bo deets. I don't like to do that. I like to let my flour get a little incorporated in, about halfway, and then I start to add whatever toppings I like to add to mine. And because this is a cookie monster, we gotta add a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm gonna be adding a little bit of white chocolate chips. Now, I didn't have that much in there. I think I only had like a 1/4 of a cup, but you're gonna add a whole bunch into yours, okay? And I'm going to add some Chips Ahoy, and I'm also going to be adding some Oreos. Now, my Oreos got red icing in it because I'm a bulk buyer and I buy stuff and I like put it in the refrigerator or put it in the freezer, you know, especially when they're on sale, child. So that's what you're going to do. You're just going to So don't mind that little red Oreos, okay? But it's Halloween, festive, you dig. But you're just gonna go ahead and add your cookies into your mixture. So, child, once you get done putting all your cookies inside of your little mixture, you're just going to go ahead and take that rubber spatula and gently fold those toppings into your mixture until you don't see any more flour left. That's how I know not to overmix it. Once there's not that much flour, I stop. I put the spatula down. Okay.
Legally or illegally, we gonna get that money.
Okay, you guys, so now that you are all done with your mixture, you're just going to go ahead and take your ice cream scoop, a big old measuring cup like I did, and you're just going to go ahead and roll your cookies out in your palm a little bit and put them on a lined baking cookie sheet. I use parchment paper, and you're going to cook them for about 8 to 10 minutes on 350 degrees, and yeah. This is how they should come out. Delicioso. But my real name is Jester. So to make them look even more picture ready, you'll just take a little bit of your extra cookies and your chocolate chips, and you're just going to put it on the outside of the cookies before you bake them, and that will make it be nice and picture ready. Now listen to my reaction, y'all. Yum, yum, yum sauce. This shit good. Yummy.
Club and bar outfits be so cute until you gotta go to the gas station. Now you feel like a hooker, don't you? Yeah. I hate that part.